Hi guys, so to start out with this tutorial, you will fold your pattern paper, then come down by your chest line, come down by your bust point, come down by your under bust, then also mark your waistline, okay? So I repeat the same thing on this other side, then after that I'll use my ruler to rule out the lines, just like this, and I also label after doing that. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to come down from the waistline by 6 inch. This 6 inch will serve as my basque length. I'll label as basque, okay? So once I'm done with that, I'll also mark half of my shoulder measurement at the shoulder line and chest line, then connect a straight line like so. And I'll also come down by 1 inch for shoulder slope, just like you see me doing. And I'll mark 3 inch for the neck width. I will connect my shoulder slope using my ruler like so. After connecting, this is what I have. So the next thing I want to do is to place my tape. I have 6.5 there. I'll divide it by 2, get the midpoint. From that midpoint, I'll go in by half an inch. Then at the chest line, I'll mark quarter of my bust measurement. So I'll use my curve rule to connect my armhole curve using those dots I pointed out. Can you see? After that, I will mark half of my nipple to nipple, which is 3.5. I'll mark it at the chest line, mark at the under bust, and also mark at the basque line. Then I'll connect a straight line like so using a 3.5. At the under bust, I'll mark 1 inch on both sides. At the waistline, I'll mark 1 inch on both sides. At the basque length, I'll mark 1 inch on both sides. After doing that, I'll connect a straight line from the under bust to the basque length. I'll also repeat the same thing on the other side. From the bust point line, I came down by 1 inch. Then I'll use my curve rule to connect my corset cup, okay? So you can see what I have here after it's done. I'll also go ahead and repeat the same thing on this other side, okay? After doing that, the next thing you want to do is determine how high or low you want your corset cup to be. Or better still, you can say you determine how much you want to show your cleavage, you get. So from that shoulder line, I came down by 6.5 inch. Then I connected a straight line like so. I also extended my half of nipple to nipple towards that new line. So that will serve as my new chest line, okay? So to tighten the over bust, I marked 1 inch on both sides, and I'll use my curve rule to connect to the bust point. Just this way, okay? So after tightening my over bust, the next thing I want to do is from that new line, I will go in by half an inch from the center front, okay? Then I'll connect a straight line to meet the bust point line, just straight like so. Then after that, I'll place my cover. You can see how I placed it. Now from the under bust, I'm going to connect my corset cup to meet that new chest line. To get the second cup, what you will do is to note your quarter of bust measurement. So wherever it ends, just measure the gap you have in between that point. Get the midpoint. From that midpoint, go down by half an inch. So this will serve as my new armhole line. You get. So next thing I want to do now is from that point I'm going to connect into that exact point. Then I'll add half inch to my half of nipple to nipple. I'll have 4 inch. Now go ahead and connect my second cup. You connect it into the under bust line, just like this, okay? So the next thing I did was to measure what I have from that point to the bust point. Then I'll measure here. I have a little shortage. I'm going to increase it, okay? I'll just add it back like so. So after I was done with this, next thing I want to do now is to include my body measurement. Mark quarter of your bust measurement and replace your dart. Also add 1 inch for your seam allowance. At the waistline, I will mark quarter of my waist measurement. I'll replace the dart and also add 1 inch for my seam allowance. This will have zip, so there won't be any form of waist snatching. If yours will have loops, you can go ahead and snatch your waist, okay? Remove whatever inch that is very comfortable for you for your waist snatch. Can you see? I want to highlight something here. While connecting my measurement and seam allowance, at this waistline, I left 1 inch for seam allowance. Okay, I didn't connect it. I will do that later, but I have my reason of leaving it aside, like leaving it separately for now. You get, I was explain later. So what I want to do next is to connect my v neckline. You can see you connect your v neckline like so, then also label as yoke. Now I want to get my 3-part corset cup. So what I want to do is to mark 2 inch here at the middle. I will come down by 2.5, and on this other side I'll also mark 2 inch. Okay, you can decide to mark 3 inch if you want. It depends on how you want it, you guys. So after marking my, I went ahead to connect. So with this now you will have your 3-part corset. I'll also go ahead and label my cup. So these are the first cup, which is 1 cup, then this is 2 and 3. I also gave arrow on how to join them. So now I will have to outline my line, like I'll make my line very visible for everyone to see, just this way. So now after drawing my straight lines, like after outlining, next thing I want to do now is to connect my basque instead. Like I'm going to draw the basque waistline. So before you do that, ensure you fold your dart, like close up your dart like so, then use your ruler to connect a basque waistline effect just like this. Okay, now after doing that, reconnect back your seam allowance, like add back the seam allowance, which is 1 inch. Can you see, just this way? So now I'll label at center front and side front. Then after doing that, I'll go ahead and cut it out. If you have watched to this point, kindly hit on my subscribe button. You can share this video, you can like, you can comment, make your dress, it will come out very beautiful and nice. Do you hear me? So guys, don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to share this video if you learned something. And if you're first time coming across my video, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Corset and also styled by Corset. Okay, so now I've gone ahead to cut out the cup, and that first cup will be joined together, okay, before cutting on your actual fabric. You get, so this is it here. Now we are going to draft out the back. Okay, so for the back I already marked my basic lines. So from that point I have my chest line, and I also have my waistline, which is 15 inch. Okay, I also have my zip allowance of 1 inch, as you can see. So for the armhole, you can see I already made curve for the armhole, and also 1 inch for shoulder slope. I've done that, and I also have 3 inch for my neck width. Okay, so next thing I want to do is to mark half of my nipple to nipple, which is 3.5. From that chest line, I will connect to the waistline, then also, mark ½ inch on both sides, okay, as my dart. Do you get? So at that chest line, I marked quarter of my bust measurement plus 1 inch for my seam allowance, and at the waistline, I marked quarter of my waist measurement plus 1 inch for seam allowance. Okay, then I'll also replace the dart, which is 1 inch as well. Okay, so after doing that, I'll go ahead and connect. Okay, so after connecting, guys, this is what I have. So the next thing I did again is to come down by ½ inch. Since we did that in front, I also thought it's wise to like repeat the same thing for the back. So I came down by ½ inch here at the armhole side, and I went ahead to reconnect the armhole just this way. Okay, so from that shoulder line, I came down by 1.5 inch for my neck depth. So after that, from that neck depth, I also went down by 1 inch, as you can see. I also marked 3.5 inch at the chest line. Okay, so I want to have an open yoke for the back. That's the style I want. You can make yours as wide as anything you want to get. So I decided to just end my wideness at that 3.5. You can try to make 5 inch. It depends on what you want. So at the center back from the waistline, I went up by 1 inch. Now I was slant it into this other side of the waistline. So this is to avoid any form of buttoness after attaching your zip for the back. This is what I've been using. I've been using this method, I've been formula for a very long time, for years, and it's working for me. Trust me, if you use this method, like this method of eliminating zip buttoness, you are not going to have any rough anything at the back after attaching your zip. You get. So this is me placing my yoke, my front yoke, and also my side front pattern, so that you see that everything aligns properly. Now that I'm done, I'll go ahead and cut it out. Okay, please share this video and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. I share sewing content and also share pattern illustrations, okay, and so many more. So I've gone ahead to cut it out. As you can see, after cutting, this is what I have. So I'll go ahead and label this as the back. Okay, so now that I'm done with this, next thing I want to do is to draft out the skirt. So for the skirt part, remove your half length. Mine is 15 inch, so subtract your half length, then tell me how long you want your dress to be. That is the gown. Tell me how long you want the gown to be. I'll make use of 42, like I'm making use of the whole pattern, okay, the whole paper. So now from the waistline, I came down by 9 inch, which will serve as the hip line. So I rule out a straight line, and I also go ahead and level. This is the hip line, and also this is the waistline. So after I was done labeling, I'm also going to mark quarter of my waist measurement, as you can see here. Then I also add 1 inch for my seam allowance. At the hip line, I will mark quarter of my hip measurement and also add 1 inch for my seam allowance. I'll use my ruler to connect from the waist to the hip, just this way, okay? So after connecting, guys, this is what I have. I'll measure what I have at the hip line in total. Then I'll come down here to my hemline. I'll subtract 1.5 inch because this is a pencil gown, so I want it fitted. So I'm going to subtract half an inch. Then I'll go ahead and connect. This will give you your pencil effect, okay? So now you go ahead and blend it. Ensure the hip line is not pointed. Just go ahead and blend it. Make sure it's not pointy. So for the that, I marked I marked half of my nipple to nipple, which is 3.5, and also came down by 6 inch for the that length, okay? So this is optional. You can decide to add that. So, you can decide to add that to this dress. You can decide not to add that. So if you want to add that, ensure you include your data allowance, which is 1 inch. If you don't want to add that, there is no need adding that allowance, okay? So this is it for the front, for the drafting of the front skirt. This is it. Now I will draft the back. So I already fold in about 1 inch for the back, like for the zip allowance you get. So this will be like 2-in-1 skirt drafting. So I'm going to rule out a straight line. This will serve as the zip allowance of 1 inch. I'll label as zip. So now that I'm done with that, I also from that center back, okay, I will go down by 1 inch. Then I will connect in a slant manner like so. You connect in a slant manner like so. Do this at the back of your half length, that is center back, just like I did, and also repeat the same thing for the back, okay, for the skirt back, okay. So now if you want to transfer this to your extra fabric, fold back your zip allowance, then cut out your front skirt. Okay, after cutting your front skirt, you can now unfold your zip allowance, cut out the slant, and cut your basket. You get. So this is the back side, like this is the back. You can see how it looks.